So the Skinwalker, it morphs from a person into an animal.
They're hybriding human beings, and they're also kidnapping females.
And what's the purpose of these D.U.M.s, these underground military bases?
But unfortunately, they're real.
And they're tunneled all across this country and around the world.
And they're breeding the Nephilim again with the daughters of men. I have with me two ex-law enforcement officers, Kate and Roger, man and wife, but more importantly, they're Christians. Law enforcement, why don't they come in and pick up the ball on this? I mean, after all, you guys are the ones that show up on the scene. You see the abuse, you see the crime, you see the evidence.
First of all, you have to understand that there are people within the law enforcement community, not many, but also in the judicial, that are also Satanists. And you will get somebody who will commit a crime and they'll drug themselves all up. And when they get there, they'll just tell them, I didn't know what I was doing. I was out of my head. Oh, I was under drugs. And they'll put them in rehab by this judge. They'll get them rehabbed and then get them back out on the streets again. And they go back into another coven and start business as usual.
Now I want to talk about how it's seeped into the Native American churches, all right? They fear in these reservations, they live in fear because of the satanic activity, but nobody's talking about it. Well, we are.
They realize that they have a satanic influence with the Skinwalkers, with the Wendigos, with the different entities that come into the reservations. You were talking about multiples. That is the perfect example where a Skinwalker can go ahead and be a person 1 minute and be something else. A Skinwalker is a person that can go ahead and transform into the shape of an animal, either by what they call magic. We know what it is. We know it's Satanism. Normally, it takes the shape of a deer with in the shape of a man, emaciated, and that's what how they represent themselves. A Skinwalker will eventually become a permanent Skinwalker once they committed a murder.
Wow. This sounds like Nephilim. Does this connect with Nephilim at all?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Okay. So the Skinwalker, it morphs from a person into an animal.
Yes.
And in Nephilim, the seed in the Nephilim, which did make it through the flood, they are all around us now, the Nephilim, and they actually are hybrids, part animal, part human.
Yes.
This fits right into that. Wow. Okay, so we've established that they've gone into the churches. Kate, you said something very interesting. The program multiples have leaked into the churches. However, what's happened recently is covens, witches, are coming against some of these churches.
Even if they have to infiltrate in and start working with the kids on up. And they'll even have a pastor standing in the pulpit, pulpit prostitute, as I call them, standing there and preaching whatever he's preaching, and he's a Satanist. And these people don't have any idea that he's up there. And it goes on, and the curses go out, and the rituals go on, and it's against the church, and it's just they devastate it.
SRAs, how are they connected with D.U.M.B? I'm talking about the letters D.U.M.B, D.U.M.s.
Yep.
What are D.U.M.s?
D.U.M.s are the deep underground military bases. A lot of people don't believe in them, but unfortunately, they're real.
And they're tunneled all across this country and around the world.
Wow.
Their own shuttle system to get to and fro.
Right. And what's the purpose of these D.U.M.s, these underground military bases?
They're hybriding human beings, and they're also kidnapping females, and they're breeding them.
Okay. So a lot of the people that are kidnapped, especially children you never see again, chances are they could end up in these places, these D.U.M.s, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. And they're bred and the offspring can be used in a SRA ceremony, which they've created another program multiple. How is that different than a woman being kidnapped and brought into the D.U.M.B? How are they creating hybrids? What's the act of creating a hybrid?
Let's go back to Genesis, and let's go ahead and talk about when God created man. Okay, the Creator created man. Satan has been trying, and I use the word trying, to create his own image.
His own race.
Therefore, hybrids are the ones that keep coming up. The Nephilim, the black-eyed children. We can go back to Wendigos. There has to be some sort of truth to that, because Satan is the creator. He's the one that's trying to create all this hybrid population.
Right, because he wants to make people in his image, just like we were made in God's image.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, how do they create these hybrids in these places, these underground military bases, these D.U.M.Bs? How are hybrids created?
Well, they have them underground on the 6th level, which is called Nightmare Hall. They keep them, the human lab rats, in these cages, and they dope them up, and they do operations on them, just like Adolf Hitler when he used to do experiments on them. Well, they implant them, and they do all these different things to alter them in these things, but they keep them on the 6th level, where they can just lock them up and keep them and keep at it till they get them perfected the way they want them, and then they release them. Okay,
so these are actually Nephilim, and they're breeding the Nephilim again with the daughters of men, basically. Yes. They're all over again. Wow. Yep. That's why Jesus said, as in the days of Noah.
The days of Noah.
What was happening in the days of Noah, okay? It's infiltrated in almost every aspect of society. I know because I was pulled over by a policeman. I've told this story. I saw the moon-shaped black eyes. I saw that this man was beautiful. He was more perfect than a human being. And I looked over and saw his partner walking around the circle, talking to himself. And then his partner got in the back seat, because the cop had put me in the front seat with him, just pulled me over for a ticket. And the partner got in the back seat. You don't ever do that. He climbs in the back seat of the car and is talking to me through the back seat. And I'm going, this is bizarre. I need to say this real quick. They were not of this world. And I've told this story over and over again. These guys were not human. I'm sorry, because I got pulled over the same place in northern Texas, down this freeway, going toward LA, and I got pulled over the same spot for something else, the same geographical area. My last point, is this a geographical thing? Did they mark their territory? Portals we're talking about.
They do have portals, and they do use the portals. And if you're going through that area, you're liable to get hit.
Yeah.
They come and go through there, and that's they're all across the United States.
In these last days, people will worship false gods. As the Antichrist arises, Christians will be persecuted. David Heavener Investigates is proud to bring you End Times Investigations, a new DVD series containing over 8 hours of interviews, commentaries, and teaching on Illuminati and the New World Order, Satanism, miracles and healings, the Antichrist, and one world religion.
Hi, I'm David Heavener, and I'm proud to bring you this brand new DVD collection, End Times Investigations.
David reveals how the media is working hand in hand with the Antichrist system. Order now and receive this special DVD collection. Text bonus to 41444 or davidheavener.tv/order. Call toll free 844-806-0006. Text bonus to 41444 or davidheavener.tv/order. Call toll free 844-806-0006.
And if you'd like to get involved with Last Evangelist, our new TV series, which again exposes all this, folks, we need your help. Just go to lastevangelist.com and get involved. You can also, if you would like to donate to the ministry, you can donate, you get a special thank you. You can become an actor. You can become an associate producer, even executive producer. Spencer's scrolling down there to show you. All you have to do is go to lastevangelist.com, text the word evangelist to, I think it's 41444, correct? Yeah, 41444. Or again, dial the number 844-806-0006.